Okay. Today we are going to see the topic Indo-European family of languages. Already we have seen what is language and how language was origined, all those things. Not all those things with standard proof, but in an assumption, in a evaluation. Okay, we have come to a decision that this is how language could have been started, could have been origined. Okay. Now we are going to see the Indo-European family of languages. There are 8 family of languages here. Under this, where English comes, where English origined, how it was evaluated, all those things can be defined here. The most widely studied language family is Indo-European language family. More than half of the world's population speak one or more of these languages. That can be definitely said. Okay, that can be damn sure. Half of the world's population speak one or more of these languages. These languages that comes under this family tree. The term Indo-European was previously coined as Aryan and later on Indo-Germanic. Okay, you know what Aryan language is, isn't it? So it was first coined as Aryan and later on Indo-Germanic. Here it is. This is the Indo-European family of languages. Okay, the first one you can see in the left side of it. The first one is Indian, Sanskrit, Middle Indian, and then Hindustani, Bengali, and other modern Indian languages. Okay. According to the proof that are being accepted, was Sanskrit is the oldest language of world. Okay, and in a Indo-European family of languages chart, it is still mentioned that Sanskrit is the oldest of all languages. Okay, that is the Vedic languages, Sanskrit. Even it is believed that gods, all the gods and goddesses have spoken only Sanskrit. Okay. Second one is Armenian. Armenian is nothing but the languages of West Indian people. Okay, there is a belief that Indians have moved to Canada and all over world, and they have become native people of those lands, and the languages that they have spoken is called as Armenian. Okay, and third family is Iranian. Okay, Iranian and Old Persian. Persia is one of the most oldest language in world. Old Persian and Avestan. Old Persian, and it was divided into 2. Iranian language is divided into 2. One is Old Persian and Avestan, and still Persian is in the world, is in practice, so it is mentioned. You can see that where a language is divided and one is not even have a branch furthermore, you can easily imagine that language was not in practice. Okay, so Avestan is not in practice. Germanic, you can see that the single line is in green because it has emerged as many branches, and it is still in practice, so it is given in branch. And moreover, another meaning is The green line defines that separates the other languages from English, because English has origin only from Germanic language. Okay, Germanic, and under that you can see that N Germanic, E Germanic, that is North Germanic, East Germanic, West. Gothic. Gothic is the second form of Germanic language. And from West Germanic, you can see Higher German and Lower German. And from that, there are four different kinds, that is Old Frisian, Frisian, and then Anglo-Saxon, Old English, Middle English, and then Modern English. That is the important thing that we have to know. Okay, and the other one is Old Saxon. Old Saxon is Middle Low German. Those were not in practice today. Okay, so from Germanic, that comes West Germanic, and from West Germanic, Low German, and from Low German to Anglo-Saxon, that is Old English, and then Middle English, and then Modern English that we are using today. Okay, another fifth family is Balto-Slavic. Balto-Slavic is lands that are nearby England, small islands that nearby England. Okay, Baltic, and then Old Slavic. From Old Slavic only the languages known as Russian, Polish, Czech, and Bulgarian, Serbio-Croatian, etc. All these things evaluated only from Old Slavic. Okay, and Albanian. Albanian is named as barbaric language. Okay, but it is not in use, not in practice. Celtic. Celtic and Irish, Welsh, Ireland people. Okay, the people who live near Greenland and all those area. Before seeing this, you might have had a glance of world map. Then only you could understood it very clearly. Okay, Irish, Wales, Gaelic, and Breton are languages that developed from Celtic. Okay, and Hellenic. Hellenic is the most holiest language of Greek and Rome people. Okay, because you can see that Helen is a very strong, persuasive name of Greek people. Okay, you can remember that Helen of Troy and the war that was that made all the people, all the gods and demigods to participate, all those things. So equal to Indian epic, Indian mythology, Greek mythology and Greek epic is also very strong. So from Hellenic evaluated Greek language. Okay, and then Italic. Italic from Italic, Latin. We already know that from Latin, it has so many branches named French, Portugal, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, and Romanian. Okay, Catalan is a very old language that was that vanished before Christ. And the most important are French, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, and Romanian. Okay, so this is the family tree in European languages. There are 8 families: there's Indian, Armenian, Germanic, Balto-Slavic, Albanian, Celtic, Hellenic, and Italian. Okay. And Armenian and Albanian are 2 separate languages, but that was imagined as, that was proved as Armenian and Albanian are somewhat evaluated and then reduced. Those kind of languages somewhat evaluated and then reduced to reduced down to practice than the other languages. So it is considered as one. Armenian has evaluated after so many decades as Albanian. Okay? Okay. This is Armenian in a small area south of the Caucasus Mountains and the eastern end of the Black Sea. Entrance between the 8th and 6th centuries BC. Influences of some constant shifting, lack of grammatical gender, no link with any other Indo-European languages. So it is called as a single family. Okay, it has no link with any other Indo-European languages, so it is named as a single family. But it is very, very low number of people used to speak this language, and then it has no grammatical gender. Okay, if a language which has no grammatical structure for its own, it will easily vanish. Such kind of language is Armenian. This is just about Armenian. Iranian language covers the northwest of India and the Great Plateau of Iran. Okay, linked with the Indian branch. It is linked with Indian branch. Iran is linked with Indian branch. So expansion of the language, but it has a very secured grammatical structure for its own. So it is called as another family. So though it is emerged from Indian languages, it has a secured grammatical structure. So it is called as a single family. Expansion of the language carried as remote as southern Russia and central China. Okay. Influence of Semitic languages. It was spoken in southern Russia and central China. You can see here. Iranian is Western and Persian also. Palvi is a later form. Palvi to Persian, Farsi and Persian vocabulary, other languages and dialects and literature. Okay, all these things can be found in Iranian language. So it is called as a single family tree. See, if a family has its own literature, its own grammatical structure, its own rules and regulations, and words, enough words to be named as single family, it can be coined and it can be stamped as single family. If it has no root, if it has no grammatical structure, if it has no broad literature of its own, it will easily vanish. That is what the people who coined all these things, people who structure all these things expect. Okay, and Balto-Slavic is divided into Baltic and Slavic. Baltic is the other languages. The branch of all these languages is given here. Bible and certain liturgical texts represents the Slavic languages. So the Slavic language can be found in Bible. Okay, East Slavic includes Russian and Belarusian, Ukrainian. West Slavic includes Polish, Czech, Slav, and Sorbian. South Slavic includes Bulgarian, Serbo-Croatian, and Sloven and modern Macedonia. These country people are still speaking that language. That is still emerged. So it is still in practice. It is given a single family. The oldest recorded branch, the term taken from the translation of the Hebrew Bible. Records are on clay tablet The Hetties were ancient Anatolian people. Okay, this is just a branch of the Slavic. Now we come under Germanic, the most important one. Okay, East Germanic, North Germanic, and West Germanic. Gothic is the principal language of East Germanic. Okay, Burgundian and Vandalic are two different languages, and North Germanic is found in Scandinavia, Denmark, Iceland, and Folk Island. From all these places, we can see North Germanic. And West Germanic is divided into High German and Low German, and it is Middle, Rhenish, East Franconian, Bavarian, and Alemannic dialects of High German. Old Saxon, from Old Saxon to Old Low Franconian and Francesian and Old English. This is how the language emerged. Old Persian and Old English constitute Anglo-Frisian, Old Low Franconian with the mixture of Frisian and Saxon. This is what happened before the modern English. Okay, so many languages that combined together and it formed into Old English, and then Old English to Middle English, and then to modern English. Indian. This is the first family in the family tree that we have seen, Vedas. So that Indians have language before Christ, before so many decades of so many centuries of Christ. So Vedas is the proof of all those things. Okay. Already we have seen that if language has its own literature, its own grammatical structure, its own rules and regulations, it will be considered as a single language which can be function by its own. So Indian Vedas is the proof of Sanskrit language, and the use of Sanskrit extended afterwards. Pani and the transition of Vedic Sanskrit to epics Mahabharata and Ramayana was written in Sanskrit. So it is a proof that there was a language, Sanskrit, okay, Prakrit and Pali. This is the emerging language. This is the emerging languages of Sanskrit. Hindi, Urdu, Bengali, Punjabi, and Marathi descendants of dialect. Okay, from that Sanskrit, all these languages have come. And one, Hellenic. Geographical position, 5 dialectical groups, and Attic, the mostly studied dialect. Attic is a language. Okay, great assemblage, Attic base of Koyon, local differentiations of Koyon, modern Greek. This is what the proof that they had that has been found for the Greek language. Albanian. Solely recognized, normally classed, okay. It is only assumed with head group, but it is independently functioning. Syrian. Indo-European added to Indo-European family in 30th century. Some fragmentary texts discovered. Chinese king of 7th century has coined this language as Chinese king of 7th century has coined this language, and it has come under progress. Belongs to the Indo-European family along with the Hellenic, Italic, Germanic, and Celtic groups. Okay, it comes before the last group. And Italic. Italic derived from Latin. Settlements from different parts of the world. All these comes under Italic. Okay, Latin, Umbrian, Oscar. This is the map of the languages that has been immersed. Okay, you can see the different colors which represents different languages. French, Spanish, Portuguese, Italic. These are these all comes under Italic languages. Celtic. Celtic language of the Celts in Gaul is known as Celtic language. Okay. So it Cornish become extinct in the 18th century. So Manx has died out since World War II. Gaelic is found in the Highlands and spoken by 75,000 people. Only a small number of people were speaking this language. So it is not widely spread, but still spoken by some of the people. So it is considered as the oldest language. And it is found in the Highlands and spoken by 75,000 people. Wales is spoken about 1/4 of the people. Polish, Wales, and Gaelic, Irish, these are all very little spoken languages, and very small number of people are still using this language. So it comes under count, but not in a very longly spread way. Okay, this is the Proto-Indo-European languages family tree.